Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms. In this video, we are going to be talking about what Saturn is bringing into your life and also some messages from Saturn. Now, Saturn rules the authority figures, the structures, law, karma, justice, balancing, equality, all of those things, okay? Like, so many things. We're going to get into each of the things that he represents according to the messages that you're getting. This is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure to choose with your intuition. If you're not sure how to be accurate about it, you can click on the video in the ribbon above and it's going to guide you through it. But if you know already, then the timestamps are in the description box and the comment below. Click on your chosen pile and we'll get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to find out some messages from Saturn and some blessings as well, but we'll shuffle on screen, we'll see how it goes, what he wants to bring to your attention, etc. Now Saturn rules what, like structure, law, integrity, justice, balance, karma, even like, you know, reaching top positions, getting promotions within a company, or even your own, like coming to your own in life, etc. So basically getting promoted in life, yeah? So all of these things and qualities are of Saturn. He also deals with spirituality, and basically he's the boss of every human trouble, right? So he's the one who allows us to recognize what we need to transcend and what do we need to transcend towards, right? So let's see. We have, when I think I have surrendered, I surrender more. This is a message from him. And also we have oneness is my true nature. So letting go of very controlling behavior or thought patterns that you may have, whether it is directed towards yourself or towards other people, that is one thing. There is also the need to compromise more. There is also this very unity consciousness that you're not alone in anything, and there is, like, you're surrounded by a whole team and we're all one, right? Ultimately we're all one, and that ultimate reality is something that Saturn wants to reinforce within you. Okay, so surrendering and relinquishing for example, in 2020 especially, a lot of dreams and hopes and desires that we had, all of that kind of got revamped, right? We had to think again, plan again, our 5-year plan, 10-year plan, all of that just went down the drain, and we had to think and rethink in 2021 as well, through some turbulence, through certain troubles in different areas of life, where like Saturn and Jupiter, you know, conjuncted in December 2020. All of these kind of are bringing up stuff that we were not dealing with before, and now it feels like, hey, this is an avalanche of stuff, I don't know how I can deal with it. And Saturn is saying you don't need to let it pass. Certain things need to just come and go. Some things just need to, you know, for example, you need to get rid of karma, right? You want to balance it out. It will happen. It is inevitable. Karma will do its thing. Justice will be restored sooner or later. So these things you can't control, but you can flow with them, right? So when you surrender, you're able to transcend this portion which is very heavily involved in the physical reality and planning, organizing, strategizing, or really like thinking about the dot-to-dot processes of everyday life, right? Because that can get really overwhelming really fast, especially during the times that we are going through at the moment, right? So this here is kind of helping you to not fixate on the little things, but rather zoom out and see the unity amongst all the people and also all the situations. We'll narrow all of this down obviously with some tarot cards, but this is the first and foremost thing that came through. Let's see what other messages Saturn has for you. Some messages for Saturn for pile 1, please. Pile 1. Any more messages for pile 1? Okay. So the first card that fell out was the hummingbird. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Yeah, when you release release all the toxicities, whether it is within yourself, in your thought process, behavioral patterns, relationships, activities, anything at all. When you release things that do not serve you, make you kind of really unhappy and uncomfortable, it's just a way for it to say, hey, this is not working. In this case, that's what it is. It's not about can you push harder. It's not about a lesson in perseverance, but rather, can you let go? Can you relinquish control? Because even that shows strength of faith. Yeah? So that's, I feel, the theme that's going on here. Yeah, we have Oriel. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Okay, I feel like this is a little bit part of what's coming via Saturn, but again, we'll see with the tarot cards. But in either case, that's great, right? Creative work, problem solving, looking at things from a different perspective. That's as well a creative outlook of life. Anything, right? And we have Falcon. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. Yeah, I feel like there is also a need to release expectations. Okay, just do what makes you happy, because you're always like connected and you're safe, you're protected, that's okay. Everything is fine. Just, you need to do something that is actually real for you, because you can't lie to Saturn. That's not happening. He can see like straight through you into your soul. It's like a little bit intense like that, but yeah, you can't lie. So you have to do something. If you have really, really surrendered, then he'll be like, okay, yes, I agree with you. But until that point, he's just going to keep pushing you and keep nudging you to surrender, let go, it's not worth it, I'll cause more trouble, so that you give up at some point. It's like that. Saturn pushes you into tight spaces so that you don't have any choice but to behave like you would. Like what would you normally do if something that you're doing is just from a place of responsibility or duty, rather than something that you enjoy as well, then Saturn be like, why can't you do something that is responsible, but also, you also have fun and you're stepping towards your purpose and your life path? Because those things are not going to give you grief. They're not going to, it doesn't mean that path is easy, but those are some things that you can deal with, right? Like if you're doing things in life that you're really not happy about, every little hiccup is going to be like a massive mountain that you need to climb, right? So Saturn will present these speed bumps and these mountains so that you get tired, and eventually you're just going to be like, you know what, I'm out. I don't know. No, enough, right? That's what is the vibe here I'm getting. Okay, some more messages please from Saturn for pile 1. Messages from Saturn. Okay, messages from Saturn please. Some more messages. Anything else? Any more messages? Okay. The first card, there we go, King of Wands. That's a very entrepreneurial vibe. You have the courage, you have the stamina, you have the vision as well, you have the strength to carry forward any of your innovative ideas. King of Wands as well, super creative, so much that he's able to create his own venture, right? So this new creative venture is on the horizon. Is, I feel, for a lot of you are creating it for yourself, okay, rather than someone else giving it to you. But even if someone else does, it's like you are in charge ultimately. So basically there is a leadership position kind of just in the horizon there. Saturn is also encouraging you to step into that side of you. If you've been neglecting that and you're like knuckling under certain people, it's kind of like surrender to your authenticity, okay? Saturn is all about authenticity, right? And King of Wands is not going to be something else just to please some other person, because he's just going to be like, you know what? I quit, right? I'm gonna be my own business. I'm gonna be my own leader. I'm gonna lead to my own success. I don't need you, okay? And I do not need to make you any like happy. You can see the lion there. I mean, that's the king of the jungle, right? That is the symbol of the King of Wands there. Like a lot of fire energy there. Creativity, stamina, energy, all of those things, right? Keen perception as well with the falcon. It's like if you have certain ideas that are popping through, you have some idea of what I'm talking about here, then this falcon here is asking you to just go ahead, do it. Okay, just do it. It doesn't have to be a full-blown thing where you have to buy a whole building or something, right? You can start small. You can start working on how you're going to go about things. And yeah, just take it one step at a time. Saturn is all about steady growth. Okay, we have Six of Cups. So some things from the past needing to be released there. Some memories, some childhood disturbances, some people who have hurt you in the past and it's still being dredged on into the present. Those things need to be like released with the hummingbird there. Surrender, right? Past thought patterns. It's very easy to lose track of when did we first develop a negative thought pattern, because it usually goes back very, very far. So Six of Cups is also in need to analyze what happened before and what made you a certain way. So for example, if you take a lot of stress or you like push yourself down whenever there is this type of thing that comes through, that hey, I can be my own boss, but then it's like, yeah, but I don't know about that. What if I meet people like I met like that? What if they're not nice? What if they're not accepting, etc., etc.? So a lot of things can stem from the past. Mostly they do stem from the past. It's not something that just happens right now, that the past kind of dredges on into the present. And since we create the future today, the longer we put off dealing with the past, the longer we just keep dragging it into the future, thus adding to our burdens, right? We have Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is also like if you need to save up money, then go ahead and save up. Keep your cards a little bit close to the chest. You don't need to share this idea with anyone yet. Keep it close to you. But don't get clingy. Again, it's like, don't be clingy. Kind of release that clinginess to anything, any situation, whatever you're trying to create in your life. It's just asking you to keep it loosen up a little bit and allow nature to take its course. Okay, you will receive what you deserve. No one can take it away from you because there's enough to go around. Okay, whatever you're asking for, there is always enough to go around. Yeah, so Four of Pentacles, there is an air of insecurity here that, hey, I need to save up and keep my purse here. What if someone else steals it? Or hey, I need to make sure that my future is safe, etc. And these are not bad things in themselves, not at all. You do need to save up, you do need to be conscious about all that, but there is a very thin fine line where if you cross it, then it becomes, I'm insecure and I have to like keep everything close to me, I will not share anything, and I'm just gonna tighten up. And that's somewhere that Saturn is not happy. Right, we have Nine of Wands. Again, Nine of Wands is about perseverance and dedication, being stubborn, kind of the last push. So Nine of Wands here is saying that you're almost there. Okay, so just keep going. I feel like many of you already know what I'm talking about if you chose this pile, right? But Nine of Wands is like also kind of staying strong enough to push forward regardless of what challenges are presented to you, because it is in your path towards this King of Wands. 9, 10, and then this is the highest expression of the wands, basically, like the one that transcends the lower vibrations of the wands thing, right? He's the leader. He owns the wand suit. Yeah. Again, with this here, it's asking you to not, it's like, what do you cling to? What are you stubborn about? Because used correctly, the stubborn can be called determined, right? It's like two sides of one coin, and you're just one coin flip away from your dream life, basically, from a very transcendent reality. So it's kind of like, which reality are you choosing now? Everyone is going to be on a different side of this coin, obviously, but there is, at least you have the coin, right? The moment you decide that, no, I don't want to be feeling insecure about my future, I want to feel safe, you quickly shift to, okay, so I'm going to save up what I have now and move towards this King of Wands. And that way I'm able to, create my own security forever, right? Same goes with like the Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, all of those things. Learning from the past and making sure to amend for the future. That is a very good use of the Six of Cups. Similarly, determination versus stubbornness. Which one do you want? Which side do you need? Right? So that's something to think for yourself, since this is your life, of course. We'll get you some messages now for, what is coming your way now via Saturn. What is Saturn bringing towards pile 1, please? What is Saturn bringing towards pile 1? Okay, we have Barkana. That's birth, rebirth, health, and earth. Exactly. Earth deals with money, stability, home, finances. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Also career. I'm gonna leave these here because we already saw it, but I can push them back up if needed. But I want to keep the new cards here now. Okay, what else is coming your way? There's a rebirth, a renewal of new opportunities there. We have a new creative venture, right? So it's the birth of something. Okay, let's see more. What is coming your way via Saturn? What is Saturn bringing for pile 1, please? What is Saturn bringing for pile 1? The first card we have is Seven of Pentacles, so that is patience. Take it one step at a time. Plant your seeds carefully. Take care of the plant. You don't have to rush. So they're bringing you a lot of faith that, yes, my plant will grow because I have planted the seeds. I have put in the work. Therefore, I will have my returns. Yeah? Very nice. We got first card is Pentacles, which is the Earth suit. That's nice. Okay, next, please. What else is coming? What else is coming for pile 1? Well, all right. We have 8 of Wands. Okay, this is unexpected communication. Positive turn of events, positive resolution. What else? Like very spontaneous energy, a lot of creativity. Okay, I like that there is 7 of Pentacles. There is patience. You're not rushing towards anything. You're not hasty, but it is definitely coming towards you. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of ideas, just fresh new burst of inspiration. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something that you need to hear. I'm just going to look for it in the book. I generally do not refer to it anymore, but yeah. Traveling. Yeah, if you want to travel, but I'm not going to say that just yet. An upcoming positive resolution and good news. Yeah, so action. Those moments in life that feel like a sprint. This type of speedy energy is at play. It's inspirational, it's fiery, it's positive, and it is now. If you have a gut feeling that needs to be acted upon, listen to it. With all of this movement, avoid being swept along by an unpredictable tide by having clarity about your desires and direction. Harness this beautiful window of swift opportunity. Yeah, we don't need to read the shadow. It's go time. I fall into the flow of this quickening energy and I swiftly face my desires head on. Exactly. So you want to go towards the King of Wands, anything that you want to create. By the way, this thing that you want to make, for some of you, it can also be something that comes from childhood. Okay, you've always wanted to be this, but you kind of chose another path because of family or other duties or other constraints, etc. But now is the time to go back and see what you wanted to be, or you wanted to do. And if you still want to do it, then go ahead and do it. Okay, it's time to stop making excuses, basically, right? Okay, then we have the Queen of Cups. So this here, act with clarity, right? Think with clarity. This here gives you that clarity, always staying connected. You have good intuition. Your higher self is in communion with you, whether you are consciously connecting with your higher self or not. It is very much active at this point. Your spirit guides as well. Basically, the spiritual realm is speaking to you through your emotions, through your mindset. So you can like receive sudden like signs and synchronicities that like line up and just come towards you. You get these like rapid fire ideas that you have never thought of, you've never considered, but now all of a sudden they're the star of the show, right? So it's so unexpected, it just falls, and now you're expected to work on all of them one by one, right? So you're getting inspiration, you're getting ideas, you're getting even the opportunities. All you need to do is bring them to reality one by one, okay? Nobody is saying you need to hurry up, okay? But don't delay on stepping into this path, right? No one's saying, again, that you drop everything and you just, take that gamble, etc. If you feel like that's the only way you can do it and you feel like it's worth it, then sure, fine. But I'm not seeing a choice card here yet. So I don't think that very much applies to you. So I'm going to say that it's a smoother transition. You can just be prepared for a shift later on, right? But the longer you put off making the first step, the harder it is for you to act on the bigger ideas, right? Instead, if you just do one thing a day or once a weekend, whenever you can manage, that's already awesome. And we have the wheel here. So the luck is on your side. The wheels are turning in your favor. There is like a lucky break type of thing and you're upcycling, You're moving up from one cycle of lesson to another cycle of lesson. Right? Once we learn our lessons properly, okay? Once we learn it, there's no use in relearning the same thing again and again, right? So instead, what we'll do is learn the next cycle, and the next one, and the next one, and there goes our cycle of evolution, right? So 10 brings about a closure of a chapter, and then you're moving on to the next one, right? Okay, these are all really wonderful. Now let's get you some astrology cards. This is going to be messages and also blessings. We'll see how it works out. Okay, some messages and blessings for pile 1 from Saturn, please. We have Sagittarius, so that's like, again, lucky because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, very optimistic, future planning, a little bit philosophical, and connection with God is like very heightened here. The higher expression of Sagittarius is having like absolute faith in the universe, in yourself, in your creation, etc. It's very transcendent, right? So the optimism that Sagittarians have is usually not flaky. It's not without a good reasoning, okay? It's just that they have that much faith that they know. Yeah, again, we have the fire sign, a lot of fire energy happening here, so there are plenty of passion, action, inspiration, ideas, creativity, courage, strength, stamina, all those things. Very nice. Oh, of course, how did I not see this? If there was a planet denoting the wheel here, it's going to be Jupiter. So Jupiter rules the wheel in tarot, and also here, so the luck is being pretty emphasized, and the optimism as well, the positivity, again with the 8 of Wands. What else is coming, please? Oh, we have another fire sign. Wow, we have all zodiacs basically. We have Aries. I'll put that here. Aries is again like leader, like I decide, I am in charge, like it's more of an emperor vibe. This is more Leo, but still, like, there is that leadership quality that is very equivalent in both cases. We have Virgo, which is working methodically, working systematically. You take care of yourself, and you also do the work that you're supposed to do. So these ideas, you're also putting it into action because there's the earth sign there. What else? Virgo is also kind of a perfectionist. That's obviously more of a shadow side thing, but again, used very nicely, you're going to be very well organized. You listen to other people, you're compassionate with yourself and also other people. It's more serious caring, but regardless of that, you're still caring, still nurturing, still working on your craft. You make sure to do your work nicely. So that's what the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like. I have done the work nicely, so I will get the returns. Like I said, Sagittarius is now going to be, optimistic without a good reason. And this just, yeah, that's just really heavily coming through. I never interpret Sagittarius like that, but in this case, I feel like it is. We have Gemini, which is a mutable air sign. A lot of mutable vibes here. So that is, flowing, surrendering, understanding others, relationships as well. Those things are quite heightened. Gemini deals with communication. 8 of Wands, communication. And that's a little bit general, but it deals with communication that you do with yourself, with your spirit, as well as the communication with other people, right? So that's why we just call it communication. There is curiosity in both cases, actually. These two are opposite signs, by the way. And we have the North Node in Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius at this point till I think 2022. I'm not sure. But yes, they are there in those signs. So there is more focus on like looking at your immediate environment, looking at your community and seeing what ideas can you put into use for right now. Look at like short-term travel, for example, short distance travel as well. Like if you want to relocate, I don't really see that, but if you want to, then this is going to be like within the same city or within the same state, something of that sort. Meanwhile, Sagittarius is more about longer distance travel, so that's for later on. Right, so you make whatever changes you need to make at the moment, going with the flow, taking whatever information you need to take at the moment. But you basically, there is optimism about what's to come. There's faith about what's to come, but you don't need to like pin it down and be like, yes, in 5 years I'm going to be so and so. Take it one step at a time. I don't know why that is being so, emphasized, but it just is. We have Cancer, which is a cardinal sign, water sign. I like that you have all the signs here. It's very well balanced. That's wonderful. So balanced life incoming. Yeah. Cancer, yeah, that's very much the Queen of Cups there. You're nurturing yourself. You're very compassionate, empathetic. You're feeling your vibes. You're feeling other people's. You're very caring. And other people as well care for you. Make sure to be not too self-sacrificing. Right, that's kind of like, yeah, you have responsibilities, but there are other ways to deal with that as well. So you make more opening, you look at yourself as well, and you make scopes where you can feel happy as well as live out your responsibilities, right? So there is that, how can you balance the caring and also the initiatives? That's, yeah, just overall, it's a balancing out of things. So in the meanwhile, there can be like sudden news, sudden resolutions, some people coming through, all those things. What else? Some mother figure as well, perhaps because Queen of Cups and Cancer, the ruler of Cancer is Moon. Moon represents the mother figure, so there can be someone, some feminine energy. I'm not going to say it's strictly female, but a feminine energy that is, again, nurturing and caring, kind of, who encourages you to move forward with your dreams and desires as well. Someone who supports you along the way. It can be someone spiritual as well. So like I said, your higher self, your guides as well. It could be a more feminine presence who's loving, more flowing, more surrendering and keeping faith, etc. So yeah, take the guidance, please. Okay, if that happens to you, take the guidance, listen to that entity, let's call it, whether it's a person or otherwise, because it's really, really trying to help you out. Right, so that's what I have for you, pile 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this reading, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can of course reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you in some of my other readings. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi pile 2, welcome to your reading. We're going to find out what Saturn is trying to tell you and also bring into your life. Okay, so Saturn rules authority, structure, law, justice, karma. Also gets you to the top positions, makes you realize things, appreciates humility, also governs your reputation, certain constraints in our life, but those constraints kind of shape us the way that we are, etc. Okay, so there's a lot to Saturn. Also kind of represents what we need to transcend in our physical reality in order to move towards our spiritual purpose in life. That's why we lose a lot of things when we have Saturn transits in our birth chart. Yeah, so plenty of stuff to go with. So let's see what comes for you. The first is, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Okay, so this is again emphasizing that you are the author of your life. It is time to take more ownership of the actions you take, the words, the people you attract, the relationships you build in life, whether it is with yourself, with your work, with your life, with other people, whatever it may be. In all cases, the way that you perceive that particular person or place or situation or even yourself is going to be based a lot on what your internal reality is. So if you do not feel good about yourself, the same thing is going to be projected on other people. You will be wanting more validation from others, right? To, kind of tell yourself that, oh no, see, I'm nice, other people believe I'm nice. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it's an example, right? Similarly, if you're feeling very unstable in your home situation, you don't even know where you're going to stay, or you have no idea of how to manage your own private emotions, the same thing is projected onto your career life as well. So how you present yourself to the world is going to shift, just like your internal world is shifting and molding, right? So your energy, where is it focused on? Are you more focused on the instability that these times are bringing, or are you taking it as an opportunity, however annoying it may be? Okay, we're living through some turbulent times, but there are always ups and downs and lulls and a lot of havoc in history, and one of those, chaotic phases is right now. But what comes out of it is completely dependent on you, right? Whatever, regardless of the external circumstances, how do you deal with it? That shapes a lot of what your external reality is going to become, right? And also, how can you perceive the current situations in a more optimistic manner? All of those things are there. It's like, yes, okay, we have multiple things that we can be disturbed by. There are so many obstacles, etc. But then what do we do? Do we just sit there and cry and feel sorry for ourselves? Do we immediately victimize ourselves? Or are we gonna think, okay, well, this was new, so what can I do now? Right? So what can I do now is looking for opportunities even when there are so many constraints, right? So the perspective is absolutely different. So what you are focusing on, which side are you focusing on, is going to govern a lot of what happens in the near future, or what Saturn brings. And since there is Saturn and Jupiter conjunction and also squaring with Uranus happening for quite a long time, actually, even if Jupiter is going to duck into Pisces a little bit in May, but then it's going to come back to the same conjunction. It's going to be till 2022 at least. on and off, but in either case, Saturn and Uranus kind of stay in effect throughout. So there will be this constant push and pull of things that need to be rigid and structured and like, hey, this is decided, versus what can be broken out of, where is the freedom, what can we change in our surroundings, how can we create a new one, right? But one thing that both of these two things have in common is that they both want higher mind, spiritual progress, awakening. Uranus is a great awakener. Okay, so wherever Uranus is in your chart, Uranus is in Taurus, so wherever Taurus is actually, that is going to determine a lot of what is the themes that follow through. But it's okay if you're not interested to check out your astrology chart, that's fine. We'll see what we can get with tarot, right? But that gives some additional information to you, of course. So if you're interested, check it out. Okay, Finch, new opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. Exactly. This claim them is really sticking out here because it's asking you to receive. It's asking you to be open to receiving. Because the universe can present you with many, many opportunities, but we can easily miss them out when we are wrapped up in chaos. So it's asking you to be open to receive. It's like when a lot of things are ending, there has to be at some point a birth of something new, right? If it can't just be all end and nothing else, like that is just void, right? And that does not exist here. So let's see what else. Some messages from Saturn for pile 2. And it's also in a way that, you know, the new things that are coming into your life as well, they are created because of your work, your karma, all your good vibes that you've put out into the universe, right? It's just everything is by you. So Saturn is really emphasizing ownership in your reading. Okay, good. Vulture, accept the inevitable, let go of the past and welcome a rebirth to begin. Exactly. So whatever is losing energy already, let it go. The longer you try to cling on to things, the longer it takes for these new opportunities to come in, because these new things can only come through the rebirth. And rebirth means that something is ended, and this is, well, the birth of something new. Stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. So a lot of new things just coming through, but you're still in the transition stage. And that's why this my energy creates my reality is extra important in this case, because you're transitioning and you can still slip back to the old way of being, but at the same time you can also very, focus on the new things that are coming through or that can come through, and therefore accelerate their income. Right, so try to understand the opportunities in the disturbing times, because that in itself is a skill, a bit of knowledge, shifting your perspective. There are new perspectives coming through, new ways of looking at things, and you can very fast, you can very quickly see how when you shift your perspective, it very quickly brings you like new things. Okay, you can see the effect of what you are thinking really fast. All you need to do is little bit mindfulness, is just, it's you can see it for yourself. Basically, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, but you can see it for yourself. Okay, some more messages for pile 2 from Saturn. Messages for pile 2. Okay, wonderful. First card out is the Strength. King of Cups. Messages from Saturn. Chariot. Lot of major arcana. Okay. We have the Devil. And we have the Queen of Wands. So royalty and major arcana. That's nice. That's interesting. Okay. So this might get a little bit philosophical. So, stay put, right? But I'll just give you the gist. I'll summarize it now, and then I'll get deeper into them. So whatever is happening real fast. Whenever the Chariot is like just speed, fast paced. You're just rushing towards things. You're a warrior. You can face anything that you need, as long as your mind and your heart are kind of united. The two sides that usually are in war within you. For some people it is their own mind, which plays a tug of war. For some people it's the heart and the head. So it depends on what two areas of life are usually in a tug of war. If those two things are united, if your goals are streamlined, your efforts are as well streamlined, then you are going to move extremely fast towards your desired outcome. And the Strength card here is telling you to be strong, stay focused on your goals. Do not give in to any toxicity. Do not allow any negative thought patterns to creep in. If things are taking a little bit of time in manifesting themselves, because this is still in progress, right? The Chariot is still in progress. You've not actually reached your destination. You've not won yet, but you're going to win, right? So it is a yes. This is a yes, and you're strong enough to face anything. Stay tuned to your heart. Follow your heart. That way you will never deter. You will not fall into any traps, any illusions, nothing. And the Queen of Wands is gifting you with like amazing charisma. She is the one of the role models here. Okay, she's super confident, she's charismatic, she's social, she's sociable, she has a very magnetic personality. Okay, and she's not afraid of anything, not afraid of shadows. She takes the shadows and she burns them, therefore bringing them to light, right? She's releasing all of them with so much courage that, hey, I spot something negativity there, some of those negative vibes, I'm not interested, so bye. Just like that. It's not a big deal. She's not going to cry over it because it's not worth her time or her effort or even energy. Nothing at all, right? So she's going to just extinguish the things that stop her, and therefore she remains confident. She remains charismatic, right? So that can be kind of speaking to the devil here. The devil talks about addictive behaviors, thought patterns, toxic people, toxic situations, feelings of stuck, but not actually being stuck, right? That's the whole devil thing. It is also about, you have financial gain, you're moving towards a lot of financial material prosperity, but do not be trapped by this. Remember that this is still an illusion. You are actually a spiritual being, right? So mundane activity, material possessions, they can only make you happy temporarily, but that's not the real goal of life, okay? And Saturn will always remind you of that, okay? That's why it is hard for us whenever it's like Saturn returns, and whether it is transiting our natal Saturn or our natal moon, it's like heavy stuff, and it really brings out the parts of us which are very caught up in the illusions. That's why it feels very disillusioning, like we lost everything, like it's just, oh well, trap after trap, and I've been doing life wrong, and etc. It's quite disillusioning when Saturn passes by these two planets, but that clears the way. I love that it's next to the Queen of Wands. These two cards fell out together. I love that happened, because the Queen of Wands can face the darkness that the devil brings. Yeah, and we have the Strength card, King of Cups. As long as you're compassionate, you remain humble within yourself, you remain humble with other people, you're kind to other people, kind to yourself, prosperity is yours, success is yours, you will always have strength. There's also the devil kind of talking about the past holding you back. There are some strings, like it can be an ex that was abusive, or another abusive job situation. It can be anything actually, but something that kind of holds you back and pulls you down and drains your energy and slips you back. However much you try to be, positive, this is something that kind of pulls you back to it kind of suppresses your positivity. So it's like you do a lot of work, you take like one step forward and then two steps back. That's kind of the devil vibe that I'm getting. But Saturn is like, you know, you have the strength to cut this person out or cut this situation out. You don't need to be dealing with this. That's why these situations keep repeating and popping up. It's not that you ask the universe to take that thing away from you, but rather you remove it. Okay, this is very like you are in charge. Queen of Wands is in charge, Strength is in charge, Chariot is in charge, King of Cups is the king, so he's in charge. Everything is in charge for you. So again, all about ownership here. Now the philosophical bit there, the Strength card. Yes, so she has two sides here. Being human, we are animals as well, but we do not give in to the animalistic instincts. Of course, there are some people who do, but that's not all we are meant for. We realize that we are animals, but we're also human. The human has more cognizance, has better awareness, can be very, very conscious, is towards the steps to become one with the universe, right? The oneness thing. Therefore, they use restraint, more conscious action rather than behaving strictly on instincts. Okay, so having that much control of yourself, you are in charge of your animal nature. Yes, you need to make use of your instincts. Okay, when your instinct does not say, hey, this person is right or not, you're going to follow that particular instinct. Yeah, but you can also use your mind, you can use your common sense, you can use your experience, all the accumulated lessons you have learned in life. And that's what gives you strength. You have the benefits of both sides. That's the Strength card. Whatever you have been through, even if you have been in survival mode until now, you do not need to stay in that mode. You can very much enter a creation mode, right? There, poverty consciousness does not work, right? Negative thought patterns are not needed. They don't have any purpose in creation mode, right? So I know, and Saturn also knows, that it is tough. It's not easy to move from one phase or one way of living to another way of living. That's why this is a reminder, a more bolstering type of message. And this is like whenever Major Arcana is just basically screaming at you to just, hey, listen up, okay? Now the King of Cups as well. There's that strength of intuition, right? So you pay attention to your instincts, you pay attention to your intuition, you listen to your heart in both cases, but you also use your personality, the person that you have become, and where do you want to go? What do you want to create? And it's all up to you. She creates as well, Queen of Wands. Yeah, all about taking, wow, a lot of ownership there. Okay, let's do what's coming into your life via Saturn. What is Saturn bringing for pile 2, please? What is Saturn bringing for pile 2? Oh my goodness, there's just so many cards. I don't think I have that much space on the table, but it's okay. I'll move these down here. We can still see them, but you won't see the names. You can just see which was which card. That's all. That way the gifts are more focused. Yeah, okay. We have 10 of Wands. Heaviness, responsibilities, a lot of duties. 2 of Swords. I'm just thinking out loud at this time, so don't take this as interpretation. I will interpret them, don't worry. We have 4 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. We have also 4 of Swords. I'm going to put this here. Yeah. We have Hangman. Yes. The Hangman is equal to the Nuthatch, okay? Stay grounded. Welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. The Hangman is hanging upside down because he can't figure out the solution to a problem by looking at it from the same point of view. So he shifts his perspective, and now He has a whole new look of the same issue, of the same circumstance. And all of a sudden, he has a solution. He has an idea. There's this sudden epiphany that comes through, and he, she, whatever, like in the traditional, let's say he, so regardless of gender, okay, don't focus on that. But it's a very spiritual experience for this person, because this person has been like banging their head over the same problem like all the time and being like, well, I don't see it. I don't see the problem. I don't see a way out. But then once you shift the perspective, things change, right? So stay grounded. How do you do your grounding? Yeah, going out to nature, interacting with nature, doing some like root chakra meditations, etc. There are many ways to do that. Maybe listen to my root chakra video. I can attach it for you in the ribbon above. But yeah, there are many ways to go about it. You can choose any method, but regardless of what method you choose, it's important to come into a safe space within yourself so that you can receive, once again, you can receive the information that comes through, because that will come. That is coming. All you need to do is receive it. That's all. Okay? And that is going to make you shift from this very heavy, burdened, confused, tired type of energy to a well-rested space. A lot of rest is coming through. These two cards here are taking a pause. Four of Swords is taking some time to take care of yourself, to make sure you do not burn out, because you have been tired since a very, very long time and you deserve a rest. Hangman as well is taking an intentional pause from life, from a certain situation, some people, etc. Taking a break, giving yourself some space, allowing yourself some space, and if anyone pushes through these boundaries, being able to say that, you know what, I need some time to myself, please. Okay, you don't have to be rude about anything, obviously, but it's understandable that everyone needs some space for themselves from time to time. Your intuition is again heightening. Okay, and by being a more well-rounded person, more stable within yourself, you are bringing towards you more reasons to celebrate. Okay, cause for celebration is Four of Wands, whether that is in the form of stability or in the form of building a nice community to have fun with your friends, going out somewhere, just locally somewhere, and just celebrate. It can be a new job, it can be a new house, it can be just a new way of living that brings you a lot of joy and happiness, and you want to celebrate that. Like, you've been struggling to, let's say, leave a certain job, or get that new rented apartment that you wanted to in your favorite area, but you never were able to until this particular point. So of course you're going to be like, hey, I've been trying for so hard and for so long that I finally got it. So let's celebrate. Let's go out. Let's have fun. It's that type. It's very light. It's very honest, very jovial, stable and structured as well. It's not the ultimate house, but it is still more stable than having nothing. That type of thing. For those trying to, get some income source or something this year, it's like new opportunities coming, and that's probably going to make you feel really nice. And how do you make choices is again through your intuition, so rely on that quite a bit. That's why it's important to ground yourself. That way you can activate your intuition. You're not constantly in survival mode, so that is not acting instinctively but rather intuitively. Intuition is higher, in your higher chakra, so that's more connected with the universe, so you can accept and receive all the guidance that comes to you personally, right? Nine of Pentacles is the card of what do you call that? Self-sufficiency. Yes, exactly. You have the material abundance, you have a nice life, you have a nice surrounding, you have good people, just nothing is wrong. You're feeling good, you're feeling stable, you're taking care of yourself, you're competent in your job, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? You're very close to the ultimate goals. But at this point, again, it's like a shift in perspective is really important, because your energy creates your reality. That's basically being highlighted throughout the reading. But this is really good, like a chance to, unburden yourself with the 10 of Wands. Like, she's so like tired walking for so long with all these heavy things here. But in this case, it's like you don't need to take so much. It can be a cause. This can be caused by a lot of confusion. So you're burdening yourself with a lot of recurring thoughts and just confusion, etc. Right? This is symbolic. So take that as it resonates. What your situation is exactly is going to be, of course, you know very well, right? Okay, now let's get you the astrology cards. There's going to be a mishmash of messages as well as what's coming. The messages from Saturn and also what's coming. We have South Node, so past life, comfort, resource, instinct, and familiar. Okay, what else is coming? Some messages. More. Anything else? Anything more? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take some water first. Hang on. Okay. So that was the first card. Then we have, yes, there we go. I see. Private self, home life, and childhood. We have Pisces. We have also Mercury, communication, mind, intellect, reasoning, and language. And we have Jupiter, luck, growth, expansion, optimism, and understanding. So you're receiving greater understanding of your current situation and circumstances. And therefore, through this knowledge, you're able to change things that need to be changed. You will find comfort soon. You can like rest a little bit. That's coming through. And Pisces as well is like resting, listening to your dreams. Four of Swords as well, like listen to your dreams. That'll help you out with these things as well. This can lead to the Hanged Man epiphany portion of things. So you will receive spiritual communication that's possible. Something that your subconscious as well tells you that is included too. So basically the communication that you do with yourself, that's counted as well. Communication, Mercury is actually the bridge between the gods and the humans. Okay, so we can talk to Mercury and ask him to pass it along to the gods. In Greek mythology, Mercury is Hermes, right? So again, very communicative in general, so we're all in touch with the divine all the time. So this is again emphasizing that, but it's telling you to take care of your private self, of your home life. See what holds you back. Any of these toxicities, is it from the past, as in your childhood? What is it? Okay, some domineering effect, a really annoying authority figure, someone that needs to simply be released. Okay, you don't need to be harsh and cut them out forever, but it's like there comes a time when you have to be in charge, when you decide, you call the shots, right? At some point, because someone else cannot know you like you know you, right? So it doesn't work that way. And Saturn is very much about you need to be responsible for yourself and others cannot pick up after you. I'm not saying you are, but that's just the dad side of Saturn. But I'm loving everything here. It's just really wonderful. Very balanced perspective, just telling you that, hey, let's just shift our mindset and just see what wonders follow you. Because once you do, Jupiter, I mean, that with this, actually, one word I got was dream life. That's what I got. You're heading towards a dream life simply because you shifted your perspective. It invites more of that perspective, synchronistic type of activities, and also changes your attitude about your current living situation and also the people that you interact with, or everything included. Right, so that's what I'm getting for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and it resonated, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear back from you. If you want a personal reading, you can of course reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comments below. I will see you in some of my other videos. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what Saturn has to say to you and also what blessings are coming your way via Saturn. So Saturn is going to rule the authority figures, the structures, law, justice, karma, balance, your transcendence from the physical reality to the spiritual reality, ancestors, Akashic records. There's like n number of things that Saturn is in charge of. He's also going to rule how far you go in your career, as a legacy, in your reputation, etc. So we have a lot of things to work with. Let's see what is coming through for you. And then, yeah, I will give you more info on Saturn. Okay, so the first card. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So this is about trusting, building faith in the unknown, in the universe, in yourself. Therefore, stretching yourself into your more courageous, the more fearless side of you. Okay, that was a bit of channeling. That's why the English was a little bit here and there. I just kept hearing stretching. So this faith is going to basically stretch you from your current, what is it? Your threshold, current threshold. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's the first message there. So a lot about freedom, and that freedom coming from a sense of fearlessness. So you are stepping into that freedom. You are creating it by shifting your vibe, by raising your vibe, by realizing that you do not need to be afraid because you have so much faith and trust in the universe and in your ability to create the life that you want. Okay, so he is bolstering your faith, your trust, your courage, your stamina, and by making you face a lot of unknown situations, bringing you some earthquake-like moments, which is actually a more Uranian influence. But regardless of that, Saturn is squaring off with Uranus for quite some time now, so it is timeless whenever you watch it, but still that it's staying in effect till I think 2022, but it'll come back in 23 or 24, something of that type. But in either case, like, how can you build a structure when things are chaotic? It's going to depend a lot on what your inner sense of being is. If you are in turmoil and chaos within you, how you respond to external chaos is as well chaotic. But if you are centered, if you have faith and trust that come what may, I will still surpass it. I will still reach my goals. I will maintain my friendships, my relationships, my family situation. I will maintain my finances. I will stay stable within myself regardless of what is happening around me. That's when you can make the maximum use out of turbulent times. The way that you deal with chaos is going to be drastically different. Right? So fearlessness, stepping into that is like super important here. That's what is coming through. Whatever I said now was completely channeled, which surprised me as well. It just comes unexpectedly. But anyway, let's go get more specific. What else? Some more messages from Saturn for pile 3, please. Pile 3. Okay. The time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. Yeah, having trouble making friends, meeting new people, finding authentic people to connect with. It's time to step into your creation mode, to start creating your own reality. Set your intentions. Creation is related with manifestation as well. So if you work with manifestation, then this is kind of like indicating that, yeah, good job, keep going. Focus on all of those areas that you want to attract into your life, and it will come towards you. More, please. Messages from Saturn for pile 3. Okay. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. We have connection twice. So connecting with people who are spiritually aligned with you, or in other words, you have a lot of things in common. You connect with each other really well, very real, authentic, all those qualities. So that's nice. You're reaching a lot of spiritual heights. Yes, I forgot to mention that this here is, the purple here is about, you know, you pay attention to your intuition, you flow with nature, with the universe, and whatever it brings you. That way you trust the tide, you trust where you are flowing, and you accept that any hiccups and hurdles along the way are also building you and shaping you to be ready for the future that the universe has decided, or the universe has, you know. These are opportunities. How much you make use of them, that's completely independent. So that's up to you, right? So but in order to utilize and maximize your abundance, and also the amount of lessons you learn in this current lifetime is Saturn is basically helping you through that and telling you to focus on these abundant thoughts, these creation mode thoughts. Flying high, soaring high, reaching new heights, yeah, flying here, reaching new heights, yes. Any more messages from Saturn, please? Any more messages for pile 3? No, okay. Let's get you some tarot cards. Messages from Saturn. Yes, there you go. We have Knight of Pentacles. This is about slow and steady work, every day putting in the work, disciplined effort, steady progress. Steady, but you know, you sure shot. Okay, so whatever you work you put in, you know you have done it well, so you will receive the rewards for it as well. It's like waking up every day, going through the daily routine and all of those things. You have certain structures in place and you live through them, therefore evolving very steadily through life. And again, that is a type of trust that you put in yourself, that yes, tomorrow I will wake up at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever time you get up, and from that point on I will do this and this and this and this, and all my tasks will be completed. So I'm trusting the schedule that I have made, the timing that I've set aside, and I will simply live through it. And even if it seems like an imperceptible change in your growth, when you look back at like a month ago, 6 months ago, you're going to be a completely different person, because these daily habits and routines really like shift you as a whole and expand your capacity to deal with anything. Okay, more messages, please. This is also related with your work situation, but we'll see what the other cards talk about. Wow, okay. We have the Tower. We also have the Knight of Swords. I will straighten it, OCD people. I'm just joking. We have 6 of Cups as well. Okay, I want to clarify the Tower, please. Can you please clarify the Tower? Okay, we have Chariot and we have 5 of Cups. So there's plenty of speed. Yeah, clarify the 6 of Cups, please. 6 of Cups. Yeah, things just keep falling under the table. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and we have the King of Cups. So something you've wanted to do since you were a child, it's encouraging you to put that into practice. Work on that. Make it a part of your routine, of your life. Okay? Putting in the work, mastering a new skill, getting back to a hobby and making it more matured at this stage. Something that is grounding for you. You feel comfortable, you feel good and makes your heart happy. You feel more compassionate towards yourself. You develop a sense of patience for yourself, for the efforts you make, for the results as well. You're not expecting any results to come out of the stuff that you do, but at the same time, if you put in the work, you will receive the results. That's the thing about Saturn. Okay? There can be a certain ending. Okay? But it's a blessing in disguise. So if there is like a very dull, mundane type of job that you're in, and you know that you know you're not happy with it, but you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, right? That can come to an end, but very quickly. This is going to be kind of shocking or surprising moment. It doesn't have to be like you get fired or something, or that you're just like, okay, bye. It's not necessarily that, but it is like something happens that is very shocking or surprising, unexpected. Something happens and that forces you to look at things in a different way. This leads to an awakening moment. Okay, so with the Five of Cups and Chariot, it's like you're upset about things that are lost, and you're kind of like, oh well, what do I do now? And it obviously it is a bit of a turbulent period that's going on for the collective in itself, and having a lot of Tower moments does not help at this time. But again, Saturn brings these Tower moments so that you turn away from things that are not aligned towards your happiness, and you actually move towards something you can do that does make you happy. Look at what you wanted to be, what you wanted to do before, who you wanted to be as a person, and start moving towards that. This, some sort of ending or this very flash news, is going to throttle you towards something with the Chariot. That it's like it's time to go into war, kind of like, I'm going to get it, I will create it, I am going forward, I'm the charioteer, I'm the warrior here, right? I'm not going to crib over things that are not mine. And it's part of the process, okay, to grieve a little bit. It's completely fine. Being a little bit nervous about what comes next is completely natural, and no one is going to beat you around because of that. Okay, but it's also encouraging you that not for long. Okay, do not sulk for too long, don't be unhappy for a long time, because things that are lost were never yours. Okay, things that are aligned for you, which are yours already, you will never lose them. No one is going to take it away from you, what is really meant to be yours. Okay, so leave the things that did not work. You don't need them. You don't need that. And move towards a fresh start. This is about moving towards an ambition, a drive, a courage, a goal. Being action-oriented is the Knights. Putting in the work, put in the work, ground yourself, stabilize yourself. Get a higher understanding, connect with nature. You need to ground yourself and also awaken your heart and also your crown chakra in order to receive more spiritual understanding. Sorry, I've been talking for quite a while, so my throat got a bit scratchy. Anyway, so I had this Tower moment, a massive one in 2020. And it kind of ended things. I don't want to scare you. This is just my thing. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to be the same thing, but in gist, I know that that Tower moment was an extremely beautiful blessing in disguise. Okay? What I wanted to be previous to the Tower moment was going to keep me in this Knight of Pentacles type of state where I'm not the owner of anything. I'm simply doing my daily duties rather than, like creating something out of nothing. Okay, there was no excitement here. It is just being responsible and steady and all of that. Right? It would give me money, but it was still uninspiring. Right? And I do this day in and day out. That was life before. And my plans were very stable and rock solid for like 10 years down the line. And then this Tower moment came and my whole career path just ended. Okay? That was an absolutely shocking time for me. For months, I was shocked. And at that time, I was not into tarot or astrology or anything. So there was this disillusionment phase where I don't know what I'm supposed to do or be. I don't know the path ahead. It's all doom and gloom in my head. Yeah, that rhymed. But in either case, I later realized that this basically opened up a million possibilities for me now. So what do I do? What do I do then? Okay, if something is lost, then there has to be a birth of something as well. So what is it? Then I found tarot. Then I found astrology. And then I started studying. I went towards it, ran towards it. I wanted to teach. I wanted to guide. I wanted to help people. I wanted to connect very, authentically with other people. I wanted to do something that made me happy, that made me feel like I belong, like I should, that makes me feel stable within myself. And none of this is, a result of, oh, will others accept me? Or it's no. There was nothing external to that. It was just, what do I do? Because, well, I have to do something, right? I can't just sit there and worry. Worrying never got anyone anywhere. Even though it is part of the process, that's not what leads you somewhere. So this situation is reminding me of that. And trust me, this was like the best thing to have happened to me. I will not wish for a tough time on anyone, but if this is coming, you're going to get a lot of amazing things out of it. Okay? Keep your mind a little bit open. Connect with spirit. It helps so very much. Right. So a lot of this is serious stuff. Saturn is hardly ever trivial. But this is bringing a lot of new blessings. This can be an awakening moment as well. Doesn't always have to be an ending. I'm not saying it's an ending. It's just something surprising, unexpected, but something that pushes you towards something much, much better for you, right? Something more authentic to you. You'll be really happy about it eventually. In hindsight, you're just going to be like, oh, thank God this happened, That's the vibe I'm getting. Okay, now let's move on to what blessings are coming your way. I feel like it's going to be more of a reiteration of what we just talked about, but it's still good to ask. What blessings are coming towards pile 3? We have the Lovers. Exactly. So this can be if you're leaving behind a relationship that has gone like really stale and is not doing anything for you, it's not even great or anything, then yeah, this is about leaving that behind and kind of meeting someone. This is like meeting a soulmate, twin flame, all of those things. It is also about reconnecting or rekindling the current relationship. Again, it's up to you if you want to continue staying with the same person or not. It's different, right, for everyone. But the Lovers is actually supposed to be the choice card. So there is a choice that is going to be presented to you because of this Tower moment. And then you get to decide which route do you want to take. And the choice that you make is going to have long-lasting impacts. Okay, it's a big decision. It's something that just needs to be made. We have the Justice card. Exactly. So Saturn is bringing you justice, bringing you the fruits of your labor, all the efforts, all the good vibes you put in there, all the work that you've done for others, selflessness, charity, anything that you have done. The Saturn is the restorer of karma and justice, right? So this here talks about that. If there are some both of them together can talk about marriage as well. That is as well something surprising. It can be a loss of your single life, but it is also the beginning of something very nice, right? So it's like a legal agreement that we are together. So whether you're like registering as partners, or you're like acknowledging in the eyes of law that you are like together, or it is like actual marriage, some type of legal documentation regarding your relationships, that's as well something there. And it's just bringing fresh new starts after that point. But apart from that, if you want like a career in law, for example, it's time to go for it and start studying about it. It is an important choice if you want to move from one field of study to another. That's as well a possibility. These are some specific information. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but anyway, what else? Yeah, the law and balance, coming into balance within yourself. The Lovers card speaks of harmony as well. Harmony within yourself, also your external and your internal worlds. Uniting your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, taking very balanced steps towards your life. So Knight of Swords can be talking about like hasty vibes, but when these cards come in here, I'm not going to say it's hasty, but rather more determined and courageous. You're bold. Five of Swords. Yeah, exactly. There can be this bit of frustration that is kind of presented to you through the Tower there, but like I said, it brings fresh new beginnings. So it's just, he's like that sometimes, okay, Saturn. It's like if you're not used to him, it can be really confusing what he wants. But he does bring like really turbulent situations, some things that just like really hit us hard, frustrating, annoying, or like emotionally draining, those type of vibes. Just so that at some point we'll get annoyed and we'll make the right choice. He knows that we don't listen to just really nice, sweet talk. So he's gonna come with this tough love and be like, hey, see, it's not working. How about you drop it and do something you like? Yeah? Have fun for a change. It's a very strange approach, I know, but hey, it's effective. So who am I to complain? Next, what else is coming? It can be like a workplace competition as well. Like, those really annoying politics, like you don't want any part of it, but it's still, you just are a part of it, right? Someone else just drags you into their drama without, you're not interested. So it's just like, it's too much trouble for very little return. Therefore, I don't want to continue with this type of lifestyle, and I'm going to make some changes in my life. And that's going to set up a domino effect of other things shifting in life, right? But it begins from you first getting dissatisfied, or discontent, disillusioned, all of those things from certain areas of life. Yep, we have the death and rebirth, so there's like plenty of you're having an awakening, okay? At some point you're having an awakening. That's like shouting, really shouting. This is something important coming through. What's coming for pile 3, please? I think I forgot to include the rune card for pile 2, but anyway. Okay. This is air, leader, justice, teacher, intelligence, and communication. Exactly. So, you're shifting towards being more of a leader of your life. You're thinking for yourself. You're taking action. You're speaking your truth. You're realizing your truth, actually. That's the first step. You're communicating your thoughts, ideas, etc. With yourself. First of all, you're receiving information. I feel like the first step is going to be just spirit kind of communicating things to you, and then you start internalizing it and actually putting it into practice in your daily life. But whatever choice you make, it is going to bring your life into balance. You're on the right track. So you don't need to be worried about that. Don't be nervous about anything that comes. Just understand that it's all in your best interest. It is definitely a blessing in disguise, okay? For sure. We have Capricorn. Yeah, exactly. So Saturn is real happy in Capricorn because he rules Capricorn. We also have Chiron, deep insecurity, spiritual strength, and rebirth cycles. So rebirth cycles, again, death and rebirth there. So yeah, about Capricorn, that is again the sign where you build your legacy. It is naturally placed in the 10th house. That is our house of career, reputation, public image, just the goals we have in life. What do we aspire towards? All of that. And wherever Capricorn is in your chart, it is going to be some place that's a little bit tough, and you actually get the good sides of it or the returns of it after, I think, like later in life, like beyond 30 or towards 30. Okay, so I'm gonna say 27 onwards. I don't know why, but that's the number sticking out for you guys. 27 onwards, you're going to see the benefits of wherever Capricorn is in your chart. There are plenty of tools where you can generate a free birth chart. Just see which house Capricorn lies in and just Google of what that house means. But anyway, Capricorn, the sign itself, is very hardy, very dedicated, extremely determined, can weather any storm. Mountain goat is the animal symbol of the Capricorn, so they can like deal with anything. They're like really, really tough within themselves, right? Like there's no one else that can demonstrate that much strength and capacity to endure, okay? So Saturn tests all of that. Make sure that you deserve every blessing, every little blessing that comes your way. That's the thing about Saturn, right? He's going to make sure that you can handle the blessings that come through because yeah, why not? You need to respect the blessings that come towards you. You will receive them only when you're ready, all of that. And Saturn acts as a gatekeeper of these things. Right? But ultimately, Saturn takes you to the top possessions, to a lot of blessings, the reputation. You can be the people's people, people's person, the ruler who is not a boss, but rather a leader, right? That's Capricorn and Saturn in Capricorn. Yes, so dealing with certain insecurities as well. The Tower kind of presents with you certain fears and insecurities you have about yourself, hence the Five of Cups and Five of Swords. Yes, Five of Swords can be frustrations that result from your own mindset as well. But again, all of that is cleared out. So it's okay, it's part of the process. Take it as a part of the process. We have the first house. So very like internal healing. This is the house where you express your personality. Your appearance is decided by the first house and the planets in there, the zodiac around it, etc. Also your general attitude towards things, the perspective you demonstrate, all of those things are determined by the first. So those things are shifting. You can even decide to change your appearance. That's there. We have the Moon card, which is emotions, instinct, and consciousness and mother figure. Moon is listening to your intuition, connecting with your higher mind because it is connected to the crown chakra, again associated with awakening, okay? So that's a repetition there. And we have Venus, so love, art, beauty, harmony, and relationship. So all of those things are mentioned with the Lovers card, but yeah, again, like if you're looking for a new relationship and that's something that is very, very significant, you've been waiting for someone, etc. It depends where you have Capricorn and also where the struggle areas of your current life lies. But in either case, if you're looking for love and beauty and harmony, that's definitely coming through as well. Okay, so there's plenty of potential, plenty of things that Saturn is bringing towards you. New connections, new creative aspects within yourself. Also, the creative attitude, right? Come what may, I'm going to deal with it looking at the constraints I have at the moment. So I will make use of the opportunities that are present in my current reality and move forward using all of that. Right? That's the ultimate message here. Don't be afraid of anything. That's why I think we got this one here. You can use it as an affirmation, by the way, this card. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. So it can be easy to be losing faith when there is the Tower card, but it is saying, hang on, see the full picture first. It's not doom and gloom. It's not trying to destroy your life. It's actually making you fearless. It's making you free. It's giving you the freedom that you know you deserve. Okay? So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, if you resonated with it, and it helped you out, then please click on the like. Do share it with your friends, your family, whoever. Let me know your story in the comments below, and of course subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you want a personal reading, you can of course reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and comment below. Oh god, I've been talking so much. Anyway, so I will see you in some of my other videos. Until then, take care. Bye. Okay, pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. Let's find out what Saturn has to tell you, and also some blessings that Saturn is bringing towards you. Okay, he rules power, authority, structures, law, justice, karma, balancing out of nature, bringing us closer towards our spiritual nature, bringing certain windfalls that actually move us. So basically blessings in disguise. That's what Saturn as well controls. But let's see what specifically is for you, then I will give you a bit more insight, right? So the presence of love will always cast out fear. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. And energy flows where my intention goes. Okay. This is asking you to shift to a higher vibrational way of being. Okay, that's the gist. Shifting your thought process, doing some shadow work, seeing what stops you, what are your insecurities and fears, and deciding to not go along with those fears anymore. Connect with your intuition, activate your higher mind. That is going to tell you how exactly you are going to move forward. Your spirit is ready to speak with you. And you need to take action based on the insights you receive. Full moons are especially strong for you. Full moons and new moons actually. They're very strong for you. Work with them as best as you can. New moons are for manifestation. Meanwhile, full moons are about release and letting go. So work with them. You can see, for example, now we have a full moon in Scorpio. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but full moon in Scorpio, for example, is about releasing certain things and transforming yourself into a higher version of you, ending things and therefore making space for more higher vibe things. Similarly, if it is like a new moon in Aries, then you're ready for fresh new starts. You're ready to take initiative. You have plenty of energy and stamina to push you forward, and a lot of courage as well to face things, right? So you work with where is the moon, what zodiac it is in, and what that zodiac represents. That is like the ultimate way of working with the moon. But you can simply work with new moon manifesting and also full moon releasing. That's as well fine. Take it one step at a time. You don't need to feel overwhelmed by it. But in either case, you should not be shackled by fears, whether it results from your inner insecurities or as a projection by other people. Okay, that was specific. But yes. Okay, that's what came through. Let's go. that was a bit of channeling there for you. Today, I don't know why, I think I meditated really good. I'm just channeling for all 4 piles actually. Today is Saturday, so I usually pray to Saturn. And yeah, then I'm doing the reading, so I guess he's close by. Okay, some messages from Saturn, please, for pile 4. Messages for pile 4. Messages for pile 4 from Saturn, please. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so the owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Exactly. That's what I was telling you there. This basically sums up all these 3 things. The moon connects with your intuition, higher mind. Already talked about that. Spirit can communicate with you through that. Your inner wisdom is basically your spiritual knowledge and wisdom you have gained through this lifetime and also others. It's basically the more super conscious state of your being, which can be accessed during your dream time, during night time. The owl is awake during the night, so perhaps you're night people, or you're more comfortable. You get more things done during the night. You get more insights. Maybe doing evening meditations and prayers, or meditating before you go to sleep is going to really help you out. That's something specific as well. But yeah, that's coming through. Okay, the next is Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Okay, and we have inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. Yes, so the owl and peacock kind of supplementing each other and telling you that there is something new coming through. So you need to embrace it. Okay, it's all good stuff. There is a rebirth happening in your life, in yourself. Look at wisdom, because it's really, really going to guide you. It's very important. I feel like Saturn is basically wanting you to connect with your own self, your own spiritual essence, because yeah, the fear is the mind's constructs, is the ego's construct, but it's not something that is rooted in actual reality. It shadows the spiritual essence of us, and we really forget that we are eternal, we are natural, and all we need to do is flow and make use of the things that pop up in our lives from one moment to another. So as and when opportunities present themselves to us, we need to take action, but otherwise there's no need to cling to anything. There's no need to create suffering for ourselves or create barriers for ourselves. I know it is easy said than done, but once you get into that flow, it is very easy to sustain it. Okay, so that's something that Saturn wants to tell you. Anything else? Faith and trust is really important for you, and trusting in yourself is more important. So don't externalize your faith too much. Prayers and meditation will definitely help you connect with your inner wisdom, but make sure to always oh my god, what's coming? Make sure to always direct your prayers, and whoever you pray to, regardless of religion and deity or no deity at all, whatever your preference, it is saying ask for stronger communication with your own spirit. Yeah, okay. So whenever you pray, thank that, hey, I have a lot of things, thank you so much, etc., be grateful, etc. But instead of saying, God, can you please do something for me? Be like, I want to talk to my spirit, or I wish to be more connected with my spirit so that I can figure out how to deal with so-and-so situations, because shadow work is going to need you to have your soul activated. It needs to speak to you, because your spirit is the one that is going to help you get out of sticky situations, because again, the mind has a habit of rationalizing everything or trying to rationalize things, and when things are not rationalizable, it's like, wow, there's crazy, there's mad, and a lot of hurdles. Again, fears can pop in because it's the unknown, but it's not required, it's not conducive to your growth, and your soul can help you figure out which way to head, which way to go, how do you deal with things, what can you learn from your current circumstances, all of that. Wow, that's a lot of channeling there. Okay, what other messages? Messages for pile 4, please. From Saturn. Okay. 9 of Swords. What? You're going through some tough time, aren't you? 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. One more. I want one more card, please. Oh, we got 3 more. It's okay, we'll take them. We have 10 of Swords, Lovers, Queen of Swords. Good. Okay. Tough times. You're going through some tough times. Okay. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling lonely. You're feeling insecure, paranoid, anxious, sleeplessness, insomnia, nervous energy, scattered energy, overthinking, feeling unbalanced, lost. Yes. There can be an element of like being betrayed as well for some of you. Can be a relationship situation, can also be something as a choice you made and you're not happy with, or it can be a wide variety of things, of course, but it is in either case causing you a lot of distress. But Saturn wants to emphasize that in each case you have the solution. In the 9 of Swords, the worries that she has is in her mind. It's the mind's constructs. Like I said, fear is a creation of the ego. It is not real. It tries to rationalize itself. It tries to make convincing stories so that you believe in the fear. And then it feeds off that fear and creates more and more and more. That's why we have negative looping thoughts, negative self-talk, negative perspective, and an impossible status of believing. Basically, having trust and faith is just so far out of reach. You want to have faith, you want to trust, but you don't know how. But again, it's a construct of the mind. Okay, same goes for the 8 of Swords. It's a construct of her mind that she's stuck in a situation that she cannot see clearly. She can't see a way out, as if she's bound, she's captive, and she can't, there is no escape. But in reality, she is not stuck. She is sitting voluntarily in front of the mirror and seeing herself like that. She is worrying that she's trapped when she's not. Courage and wisdom, but that's something, these 2 words came in, courage and wisdom. Okay, 5 of Pentacles as well. She's sobbing and crying over her difficulties. It can be financial difficulties for some of you. Can be depression as well with the 9 of Swords. This talks about depression. So 5 of Pentacles, it's like I've been locked inside this room and I have no way of leaving. But there is the key right here. She has the key with her. She needs to look up though. She needs to look around. She needs to stop pitying herself or feeling sorry for yourself. And just figure out a way. Deal with it. Figure out a way. Do something. These are some statements coming through from here. Pick up the key. The solution is in your hands. It's in your perspective. It's in your mindset. Pick up the key, open the door, and walk out. There is nobody and no situation that can stop your spirit from experiencing this life to its fullest. There are lessons to be learned. There's more to experience. Stop being stagnant in your current life. Develop a more a visionary mindset. Don't submit to your current circumstances. This is an exercise of willpower, of courage. Yes, exactly. Courage, faith, intuition. Yeah, okay. And the 10 of Swords. This is walking away from a difficult chapter, difficult phase of life. There are scars, there is trauma, but it's done. Okay? The cycle is complete when you decide it's complete. On the other side of the horizon, there is harmony. There is a lot of strength of character, following truth, faith, taking responsibility, being the leader of your life, deciding who gets to be with you, who does not, the relationships you form. It's in your hands. You come out stronger, a much better, more upgraded version of yourself, that you yourself can be proud of you, and you do not need external validation from other people or situations to tell you that. You know it because you became it. Okay? That is the level of authenticity that is coming through the moment you decide that I'm not feeding into the ego's bullshit anymore. Okay? Don't be hard on yourself, but it's important to connect with your spirit, because it will very compassionately remind you that you are not limited by physical constraints, by physical circumstances. You are limitless, and there are many ways of exercising that limitlessness. And I'm not just saying this as fluff talk to just encourage you and then, say bye-bye and ask you to like and subscribe. No. I get it. Okay. Yeah, I get it. But it's a phase of life. There are some times we have to go through this in order to get to this other side. In order to say finally that I'm not going to victimize myself, not going to feel sorry for myself over and over again. I'm not going to blame other people for my suffering, because guess what? I'm the one who's suffering, not other people. So if I'm the one suffering, if I'm the one going through this turmoil, I have to be the one to put an end to it. And I don't care how tough it gets or how tough I have to get in order to take that step. I will take that step, because I cannot be going through this same loop of nonsense in my mind over and over every single day that emphasizes and structures my fears around me so that I am caged in my own problems. That's silly, right? Saturn will purposefully put you in tight spaces, in tough spots, so that you have no choice but to acknowledge that there are shadowy energies around you, and you need to take ownership of that as well. Even that is a part of you. That's what seasons you. That's what makes you you. These tough times give you wisdom. Wisdom it doesn't come magically. You have to go through difficult situations in order for you to be a stronger person, to have that wisdom. Yes, after you go through it, after you gain so and so knowledge, new perspectives, etc., people will be like, oh wow, how did you become, like this? What a personality you've become. But only you will know how much you had to do in order to become that person, and you will not take anything, and I mean anything, for granted ever again in your life. This is really strong. I can keep going forever, giving you a pep talk. But this is something you have to do. You have to go through. And there is healing. There is rest period. There is unimaginable growth, possibilities. The horizon is clear for you, and it's up to the Queen of Swords persona of yourself to decide which way you want the ship to steer. Making executive decisions because you follow the truth, you are wise because you've been through stuff. And it's not namesake difficulties that you want to throw around in front of other people. It's genuine stuff. And you have transcended that. You need to transcend that. You cannot keep caging yourself. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose love, because the presence of love is going to always cast out the fear. And where you focus on is where your energy goes, is where your intention is where you manifest. Like I said, when you feed into the fearful state of your being, when you feed into negative thoughts, you can find more reason to be negative, more reason to be afraid. Because yes, change is inevitable. Unknown is inevitable. If you are scared of it, you will forever be scared of it. But when you trust yourself and you keep faith in the process, in divinity, your own spirit, you lose that fear. It is still unknown. It is still dark. It is still tough. But you're not scared anymore. Okay? Okay. What is Saturn bringing towards you? Blessings from Saturn, please. Yes. Uruz, how's desire, unconscious inner feelings coming to the light? I'm going to keep this here. And we have Barkana, which is birth, rebirth, health, and earth. Improved health, mental, emotional, physical. New ground to develop on. New ways of experiencing prosperity. Developing a stability. Rebirth of life. A shift in your foundations. Bringing your unconscious and inner feelings to the surface so that you face them, you deal with them, remove the clutter, because if you don't, make the foundation strong, and you first have to remove the rubble and everything, right? You have to set the ground before you make a building. So if it's like really rough, then the foundation you build on, it is also going to be on unsteady foundations, yeah? So this here is kind of decluttering your life so that you can build something new for yourself. Blessings, please. Blessings for pile 4. Blessings for pile 4. Oh my goodness. I'm actually not gonna take that many. So I'm just going to put what came first, then I'll reshuffle. We have 7 of Cups, so a lot of choices opening up. All of them are pleasant choices, but it is necessary to choose with your intuition, because not all of these choices lead to something long-lasting. Okay, so for example, if you come into a bit of money, do you spend it in one day having a party, or are you going to invest it? So both choices are just as pleasant, but only one is going to lead you to long-term stability or sustainability, right? So it's important to make your choice with your intuition as well. I think that's why it is important for you to step into a heightened way of being, because that'll help you choose from a clear mindset. What's blessings coming from Saturn towards pile 4, please? Blessings from Saturn coming towards... Again, a lot of cards. Blessings towards pile 4. Yep. We got the Page of Pentacles. That's taking a new course, finding new hobbies, building new ground, learning new skills, finding, curiosity again, becoming a student of life. Yeah. Financial initiations as well. Well, okay. These 3 cards just slapped the phone. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have 4 of Pentacles. That's like more stability and savings. Keep your cards close to your chest. Don't share about your plans or your, just everything that is going on with you, with every single person. Just know who to trust, who not to. When your time, it's kind of like you take what you need and you like move on to the next phase, but before you do, kind of give thanks to the experiences you had. So look back and be like, yes, okay, it was not easy, it was very troubling, but it got me to where I am now. So thank you for everything, because if not for that, I wouldn't be me as I am now. Right, so this is something as well coming through. You're gathering very important lessons. You have resources as well. Both these cards are about like, you have resources enough to create new foundations and steady new beginnings. Okay, to learn new things as well. We have the Sun card. Oof. Thank you so much. And we have 6 of Wands. So recognition, contentment, causes for celebration, fame, success all over the place. Both these cards, optimism, happiness. The sun shines again. You feel youthful and cheerful again. So all of that is coming across this horizon. Literally all you need to do is decide. You need to decide that I am not choosing fear again. The Lovers is about choice, a choice that have very strong implications on your future. They decide which trajectory you're going to go. This is kind of like the exercise of free will at this point, and letting yourself decide from a very... This is why it's important for your spirit to talk. Okay, this will ensure that you make the correct choice, or as planned for your current lifetime. So this choice is also about choosing between fear and love. Do you continue looping yourself in these type of thought processes, or do you decide to be done with it and walk away towards such a bright future? The action is going to be by you, okay? Anything that comes here is going to be an extrapolation. All the predictions are an extrapolation of your current reality and of the external energies at play here. But how you express it, how much you make use of the potentials, everything is going to be based on you, your actions, your thought process. That's why I keep emphasizing it is your choice, right? But if you choose to walk away and trust and not be afraid, the sun shines again. It brings you plenty of clarity, so much illumination into your world, light and happy. It's not heavy and dark and gloomy anymore. And this is it's not going to be a long wait from the time you decide to leave your current situation and move towards something better. Okay, so when you choose, you will see the results as well, because your energy is going to flow elsewhere. Okay. Could be going through a dark night of the soul as well, a lot of you. Saturn transiting your natal moon or your natal Saturn can also bring up these things. Let's get you some astrology cards. Okay, what's coming, and also messages. Midheaven, Sagittarius, 7th house. Okay. Sagittarius is optimistic, visionary, again, so embrace all of those behaviors. Keeps faith, has a lot of trust in God. It is about your connection and the faith you put in religion, in spirituality, your own philosophies, all of that. That's important. Then we have the 7th house, which deals with our relationships, other people, how we present ourselves to others and how others perceive us. That's there. So your relationships with other people can go through a bit of a revamp. And we have individuality, career, goals, and public life. So again, like relationships and career are like already highlighted here. So you can be leaving a career situation, redefining your goals, understanding your individuality, or even changing up your relationships. Okay, so plenty of things getting revamped, but it is all because of your internal life, your internal situation. Pisces, so that connects with spirituality again, listening to your intuition, flowing with life. We have Aries, take ownership. You decide, you lead which way your life steers. And we have Capricorn, weather through these storms. That's what I heard. This is about hardiness, determination. Where can you build your legacy as well is where Capricorn is placed in your chart. Saturn rules Capricorn. I was getting something. You can weather any storm. You're climbing the mountain, but you will be successful. You will reach the peak. You will achieve your goals, your real goals, not the ones others have imposed upon you or others have projected upon you, not those. You will build your legacy in the way that you believe is fit for you. Taking action. Cardinal signs are about taking action. Mutable signs are about flowing. Sagittarius and Pisces. Flow with it. Go with it. See what happens. Make use of things that are there with you right now. Take action right now. As and when the opportunities come toward you. Okay, I want to get you some advice. I've not done this for the other piles, but I'm going a little bit overboard the schedule, but it's completely fine. Let's get you some advice. Some advice for you. Last pieces of advice for pile 4. You're being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Advice. Some advice. Honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts as blessings. Gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. Yeah, after this point, you may decide to, help other people. That's possible. And honor your own time of harvest. I really like that because it's asking you not to rush. You don't have to rush towards anything. It's a very natural flow of things. So nothing is forced. Nothing is rigid. So let things complete when they do, but just keep in mind that you're not limited. Okay, you're not limited. Okay, so that's it for you, pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. If this message helped you, resonated with you, you enjoyed it, etc., please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you again in some of my other videos. Until then, take care. Bye.